Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. Check out the hockeybettingpodcast.ca. We got a number of books that have joined up with us and have incredible sign-up offers for you to play hockey with that first deposit. Get on board. Go to the hockeybettingpodcast.ca. Click the link, sign up, and have some fun with us.
You're listening to the Hockey Betting Podcast with your hosts, Brian Blessing in Las Vegas and Cam Stewart in Toronto. This is the Hockey Betting Preview for Saturday, March 27th, 2021. And now live from Las Vegas, your host of the Hockey Betting Podcast, Brian Blessing.
All right, folks, here we go. What do we call this, Cam? Weekend update?
Yeah, weekend update with the two Stooges. No, I'm right. With Waldorf and Statler from the Muppets. Hey, Brian, did I tell you that the Flyers suck? Did I bet the Sabres plus 2.5?
No, we're not Bert and Ernie. We're the two miserable old crotchety
Waldorf
guys
and
up
Statler.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that their names?
I even know their names. That tells you kind of
that's you have too much time on your hands.
Yes. Actually, I don't, but yeah, I love those guys.
No, you don't. Yeah. You're correct. Do you, Cam?
Do I have time, Brian? Oh, Brian, know what the best is? How we kick this weekend update off with? Buffalo and Boston. First game out of the gate, buddy. Wow.
Well, the one thing I would say is Boston's been off a while, and are we looking at Ullmark in this game? Now, does Ullmark need a game? But Buffalo's not losing all these games in a row if Ullmark's playing during
I agree.
So, gee whiz, Cam.
Here's the thing. Can you bet Boston at 360? You can. Not with me and Brian's money.
Not with my money.
Is Ullmark starting? Maybe. If he does, now you're starting to look at Buffalo being so bad, you're getting plus 1.5, plus 120, 125. Now we can start thinking about it. That's why I took them plus 2.5, and I get these guys calling me an idiot. Meanwhile, I don't get any praise for taking the Blackhawks as a dog, Colorado on the puck line, the over, all the good stuff that we had, right, Brian? But that's life. You can't be perfect, and sometimes you're going to get tripped up. And I just don't think Buffalo's as bad as everyone thinks they are. The problem is they got Tokarski, they got kids in net, and they have a horrible defense, and their best scorers out. Eventually, they are going to win a game. It's probably, you know what, though? It's probably going to be at home. I looked at the schedule against a worse team that we'll talk to in 1 second, the Philadelphia Flyers. For me, stay away game, or you take the over. Like, Boston will give up a few, and Buffalo will score. 5.5 seems like a low total for an afternoon game with the Sabres.
Now, I'm seeing listed Tokarski and Halak, of all people.
Yeah,
now.
Over.
But Boston hasn't been able. Well, you know what? It's a get-well game because Boston hasn't been able to score. And, if they're going to score, it's against these guys. All right. Vegas and Colorado. This is a rub, Cam. I don't know what to do here. Colorado's $1.70. It was $1.90 for the first game, and we were like, the number's telling you something. Vegas was walking into a buzzsaw. Now, this is going to be Leonard coming back. I would think Colorado likely comes back again with Grubauer. Why would you throw Johansson in there? They got a 6-game homestand. You want to get the points for first place against Vegas. The one thing is, the first game of the set, we thought it would be higher scoring. Thought it was a horrible spot for Vegas. And the funny thing is, Pacioretty was a game-time decision. He played. He's the guy who scored the goal. Vegas, I'm telling you, buddy, I got a real issue with Vegas in terms of, do they have enough scoring to contend? And we're not doing a podcast now, but let me just tell you something. The fact that they've changed this quarantine to 7 days north of the border.
Should have done it from the start.
But trades are going to start happening now. I think but I think Vegas is going to be in the hopper for a scorer because I think they realize, look, they got a matchup nightmare with Colorado, and everybody's got some catching up to do for Tampa Bay.
Here's the bottom line. We were on the Avalanche when they won 5-1. I'm not laying 75 cents in this game. We'll take a look at the goaltending.
Over than under.
Pardon?
Over than under.
Over, then, well, yeah. So that means it's under 5.5, and I agree with you. I see a 3-1 style game, maybe a 3-2 overtime, stays under the hook. I'm with you there, Brian. I noticed that you skipped over the other team that's probably cost me more money and grief than anybody else. Rangers Flyers. Did I take the Flyers when they lost? What would they lose? 8-3.
So Cameron, I mean, it's
we're going in order, aren't we?
Cam, listen, it's a matinee game. It's the Rangers and the Flyers. They just played a 9-0 game and an 8-3 game. I know it's over than under, but how do you play under in this game?
You don't, because Philadelphia is horrible. And I don't know.
How is it not 6.5?
I don't. That's another thing. This game has danger written all over it from my perspective. I think they're trying to get Vigneault fired. They probably there's a real problem in Philadelphia. I'm not in the dressing room. I can't tell you, but they're an unbettable hockey team right now. Columbus and the Red Wings. What do you think about this one, Brian? I'll tell you, Columbus, all they do is lose tight games. The Red Wings, I do one thing with the Red Wings. It's a very simple concept. When Thomas Greiss starts, I fade them and take the other team in regulation, puck line, and parlays. It worked with Nashville, who's hot. They're on a heater with Saros. For me, I check the goaltending. If it's Thomas Greiss, I will be on Columbus.
Fair enough. It's all yours. I want no part of it.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. Now, there's a monster game, and the bottom line is Carolina just cannot beat Tampa Bay or haven't been able to. Carolina is good enough to win the Stanley Cup, but they got to get by Tampa Bay to get out of their division. It's March 27th, Cam. It's a regular season game. Tampa Bay's like, yeah, whatever. Carolina's got to prove to themselves they can beat these guys. Is tonight the night? I would even money Carolina at home. I know you're playing on the train tracks going against Tampa, but I'm inclined to do it.
I am too. And I know what, Brian, actually, you'll give me the old Barry Horowitz pat on the back. I took Dallas against Tampa that night. They beat him every single game, but the last game in the series, you didn't think Dallas needed points, and they're looking up at the standings going, we need to do something, and that was a huge win for them. Everyone bet Tampa Bay. You got to remember, Dallas, and you brought this point up, don't just look at the standings. Look at the games played. Dallas had the issues with the weather there, the COVID. They're still behind everybody, but I'm looking at that game going Carolina, Tampa Bay's in town. Carolina wants to make a statement. I don't know how the hell this total's 5.5 too. These numbers are just like they're making me dizzy right now. Like when Tampa Bay and Carolina get together, it's usually like a 5-4 type of hockey game. How are you going to 5.5? I would have made this line 6 or 6.5.
What's going on with the totals? They gave us a gift from the gods the other night with the what was that game?
Are we falling into the trap, buddy? I feel like we're little Timmy going to fall down the end of the wall.
Was that the kid's name?
Yeah. Help! It's Timmy, and I've fallen down the well. Yeah, okay, go. Take them away, toys. I will say this: like these totals are setting us up to lose our shirts, or they're giving money away. I don't know when the casinos give money away, but Brian, are you looking at these totals? This is beautiful, guys. Get on this stuff now. They're all 5.5s. And I guarantee you one thing, by the time you hear this podcast, a lot of these 5.5s are going to 6. Like they're posting low numbers right now. Take advantage. I'll be betting right now or after the show.
All right. Edmonton, first of all, that game, by the way, you look at the standings, Cam, Carolina's 3 back with a game in hand. They win this game, they really have a chance to be in first place. That's how good Carolina is, and nobody's talking about them. All right. Same thing. Edmonton to Toronto. Toronto at home's $1.50. Here's a 6.5, but you look at the standings, Cam. Toronto's in first with 44. Here's Edmonton. They can pull even with Toronto.
Just having a sip of my steam whistle here after hours.
What's a steam whistle?
It's basically a Canadian Heineken without the aftertaste. It's delicious. Give me Edmonton in this spot here. Plus 135. I like the Oils. This is a revenge spot. Toronto beat them both times, embarrassed them. Brian, remember when Edmonton threw the kitchen sink at them and the Leafs won those games? Like, You always had a saying that I respected. It's called water finds its level, and Edmonton was better than Toronto in those games, and now Toronto's not getting the puck luck that they had. Everyone's going to go, Cam, you're not a Leaf fan. I'm just a realist. I'm getting a good Edmonton team, and I'll tell you one thing. If Mike Smith starts instead of Koskinen at plus 135.40, Edmonton will be played as a dog.
I love that when they say, you're not a Leaf fan. Well, I got news for you.
I'm a money fan.
I'm a money fan,
and
too.
My toilet exploded last night, so that was a $300 fee. So now I really got to win games today. What a week, eh, Brian? My toaster light's on fire. My dad's having surgery. I go to go to the bathroom. The toilet almost breaks in half. I call the plumber. The place is flooded like you got no idea.
Well, first of all, I hope Dad's okay.
No, Dad's great. No, it's just regular surgery, but everything's good.
And secondly, I want to know, because you eat like a Wolverine, after the toilet exploded, did you have a urinal cake for dessert?
Yeah, instead of a drumstick. Can I have one of those Nestle urinal cakes? Yeah, anyway, you've eaten before. But I'll tell you one thing, that toilet was not equipped for the things that I'm carrying. Next game, what do we got here? Florida. Panthers and Stars. I'll tell you one thing, the Florida Panthers are not playing great hockey. They're kind of looking at the schedule, not really playing great. Brian, would you look at Dallas in this spot, or is Florida going to bounce back and show people they're a real hockey team? Tough game.
I find it very hard to get any kind of read on Dallas. I watch them offensively. They're just so off kilter and out of sorts, and it's
then
like,
they look good though. Then they have
but
they're like all over Tampa Bay, right? Like
it's every third or fourth game. It's like, wait, what is tonight? I don't know.
I don't know either. Pass. And
Nashville's playing better.
Chicago, I am. Oh wow, what a good game! I'm actually, Brian. I can't believe saying I'm looking forward to a Nashville-Chicago game. I'm going to be watching this, and I don't know how I became the president of the UC Saros fan club, but a lot of people are telling me I am. And this kid's been on a heater. The Blackhawks blanked Florida. They're playing great. This is 5.5 too. It's interesting. People would probably rush to bet the over. I got to say something, Brian. Nashville might be a small dog in this spot. They're starting to really feel it right now. I think they're a dangerous hockey team. They're playing way better, and they're getting goaltending that is lights out.
All right. I think it might be a sneaky over the first of a 2-game set. And I will tell you this, Cam, that if I had a dictionary for my sayings, for some of the sayings I have, next to water finds its level would be Saros's picture.
You bring up good points. How long can he ride it for? But goaltenders, Brian. Sometimes it's a 5-6, like he gets on a heater, and then when he falls out, it'll be one of those games where he gives up, 5 goals on 11 shots and gets the hank. It gets the hook.
He's the modern day Jacques Cloutier or Bob Sauvé.
Jacques Cloutier,
little tiny goalie, little cute little fella.
Yeah, he is a good fella. Hey, but this fella's dancing in his net right now. So, and the other games are off the board, really. So we'll see what happens. Hey, here's the bottom line: if Arizona beats SJ Sharkey, I'll probably come back to SJ Sharkey because I think they've been playing a lot better. Brian brought up a great point. You got to listen to Brian. He actually knows more about hockey than people in the game. Evander Kane, you watch that guy when he's on. He's one of the best players in the league. And right now, Jones is actually playing better too. Sharks are a little bit dangerous. Winnipeg and Calgary, I'll tell you one thing. If Calgary wins that opener, I will come back hard with the Jets. Hey, see that guy, Brian? Hey, who's that there down the street? It's a cop, Andrew Kopp, police officer. Hey, 4 goals for the Jets. You could take those goals away, toys. Yeah, that was awesome. Andrew Kopp with a 4-game game. Yeah, this Jets team is figuring it out.
Are you old enough that when they show the Andrew Kopp highlight reel, they played Officer Krupke music underneath it from West Side Story?
I'll tell you something, though. What a nice game for Kopp. Always a kind of an underrated player. I like to see guys like that have theirs. Congratulations, Kopp, and your 4-goal performance. What do we got next?
What do we do with the Sharks? I'm curious, Cam.
Are the Sharks? No, here's the thing. It depends on what happens on Thursday, on Friday. We go and talk this game. I'll tell you something about the Sharks. They're playing a lot better, but I also think they played more overs. I watched that game versus the Kings, as you did too. See the chances in that game? There could have been 12 goals scored. I lean over.
Well, let me just throw this at you. We don't know the result of the game on Thursday or Friday night.
Yeah,
but as bad as in ordinary as it's been, the Sharks are a game below 500.
Mm-hmm.
But they've got games in hand on everybody above them. And St. Louis
is horrible.
They're a mess.
Yep.
And here's San Jose, 7 points back. I don't think they're out of it.
I don't either. I know what? I'm going to make a bet right now. If you gave me plus money, the Blues not to make the playoffs. These guys are an unplayable team. I don't care if it's Husso, Binnington. They can't score. They suck. Actually, I don't know what's going to happen in this game. There's still time left in, but I was on Anaheim plus 200 on Friday night. Brian, how do you lay with the Blues? Remember in that good spot against Minnesota, they lost 2-0. It's the same old damn story every night. They can, they burn money. They got you singing the Blues because you lose your house if you bet these guys every night. They're done.
All right.
Sunday.
Hey,
Gravedigger, Carolina, the world famous Bigfoot.
The Rangers.
We'll sell you the edge of the seat. We'll sell you the seat. You'll only need the edge.
The Rangers and the Capitals turn the hockey rink into a giant mud pit.
Rangers, Capitals. Holy caramba. What do we do with that game? It sounds like an over to me, Brian.
I think
sounds like something you could sink your teeth into. What about the Rangers as a pooch? They're playing hockey.
Man,
they're playing hockey.
They're playing offensive hockey.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's one of those squirrely morning games. It's a thing like, I'll tell you what. Here,
no, it's a night game. I think they're all the games Sunday. They start.
No. It's a noon Eastern game. It's an NBC nationally televised noon game. I'll tell you right now what you do. You start your day off, whatever your parlay and whatever you like later in the day.
Brian, see what day I was on? I was on March 30th.
Yeah,
We're
good
talking
luck.
about March 28th.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike,
Go
we need some sleep?
Yeah, go stick your head in the exploding toilet. All right, here's what I would tell you to do.
Listen,
all right,
you son of
here's what you do on this game.
Tell me what
start your day. All right, we got the Bristol Dirt Race. We'll have the finals of the golf.
Yeah.
We get the NBA. Yeah. But I mean, start your day with a free roll and play over 1.5 in the first period, Rangers and Caps, and parlay it to whatever you like best elsewhere.
I agree with that. You took the bet right out of my mouth. Easy, Meatloaf.
Meathead.
Meat stick. Columbus, Detroit, do you have an opinion?
Well, it's a rematch. It's back-to-back days.
What, guys, look at the goaltenders. I have a simple play with Detroit. On a Sunday, if Grice isn't playing and they're a dog, I'll look at them. If Grice is in net, I don't. That guy is just – I don't know what happened to Thomas Grice. He used to be a decent goaltender with San Jose and the Islanders. He's just not right. Anaheim Blues. Oh, my God, what a disaster.
Well, let's see what the Blues do. We're taping this in the third period. They're trailing 2-0, but they're a dog's breakfast right now.
I might come back to Anaheim. I don't care if the Blues come back and win. This team, they're unbettable right now, and you'll get a crazy number on Anaheim.
It's funny, buddy. We're doing this on. Not much has changed, to be perfectly honest.
Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, right. We're
doing
again.
We're doing this Friday night, thinking, hey, we'll hook you up on the weekend, and we get the rematch games, and we're in the same damn boat we were. But I would say this: if the Tampa Bay Carolina game goes over, come back with the under, and whoever loses the first game, come back with them on the game on Sunday. How's that? Because I think Carolina is a real serious team here.
I agree with you 100% on that one. I think they could be getting it done. New Jersey, Boston. Oh, God.
Well, Jersey is going to be, I'm pretty sure they are, well rested.
Yeah, you know what?
Jersey's going to be sitting in Boston while the Bruins play on Saturday.
Excellent point. And New Jersey's going to be coming off a loss against the Capitals on Friday, correct? So it might be a good angle. Good call, Brian. I'm actually looking at El Diablo there. Devils.
Florida, Dallas, if the game on Saturday's high scoring, come back with the under on Sunday.
Correct. Yep. And Chicago, Nashville, final thoughts?
Same premise.
Yep.
I mean,
there we go.
But here's the deal. Now, the rub you get here. Now, you got back-to-back days, so the odds are we're getting different goalies in that Nashville-Chicago set.
Excellent point. So here's the thing. Yeah, if it's Pekka Rinne and Subban, I would go over blind. Sorry,
I'm taking a sip of my.
Are you? So what are you drinking tonight, Brian? Ricola vodka?
I got
something high end.
No, a cup of warm, cold coffee now. Coffee.
Go grab a beer and shut up.
What was your drink?
Why don't you put your head in the toilet?
What were you drinking? A steamboat?
That steam whistle. Yeah, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. That's my beer. Oh no, you're right though. I should have put my head in that toilet. Can you believe that stuff? Like
porcelain flying everywhere.
I didn't realize you actually do have to replace.
How does a toilet
every 15 years?
When you say a toilet exploded?
I turned off the water, Brian, but there was so much paper logged in the bag. It's an old toilet.
Thanks for the visual.
As producer Mike sent me, he gave me a text with a picture of a futuristic toilet, which I can't afford, but I should once I hit an 8-game parlay that doesn't get taken back for a disallowed goal, maybe I'll look for a toilet with a bidet.
That or Cam, I mean, we're giving out advice, betting advice. I would just say, it's called
fiber.
A couple of flushes. I mean, get rid of the first problem, and then don't clog it at once.
That's what I did, Brian. Anyway.
Well, then let me tell you something. We'll wrap it up with this.
Please wrap it up. Yeah, wrap it up.
Something must have died inside of you.
Yeah, well, you've seen me eat chicken wings. You're right. Something wasn't right. All I know is the thing overflowed. I turned off the water, and thank God I didn't make it to the living room. We're okay. We had a little bit of a flood and some drywall damage. I'll take it. Don't worry, Brian. Our picks are going to be so damn hot. I can buy a new toilet, a new bathroom, new everything. We're going to rock and roll.
There you go. Yeah, we're not looking to flush anybody here. We're looking for make some dough.
Correct.
Put a lid on it.
I don't know if I can.
Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. Hey, we hope you like what you're hearing. And if you do, hit the subscribe button and give us a review, give us a rating. Most importantly, enjoy the hockey and keep coming back to the Hockey Betting Podcast.
The handicapping and sports odds information contained on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm the wagering regulations in your jurisdiction, as they vary from state to state, province to province, and country to country. Using this information to contravene any law or statute is prohibited. The podcast is not associated with, nor is it endorsed by any professional or collegiate league, association, or team. This podcast does not target and is not intended for an audience under the age of 18. If you think that you have a gambling addiction, stop this podcast now and please seek help.
Gambling and betting on sports is a form of entertainment and should be about having a good time. But when done excessively, it may negatively affect other areas of a person's life, such as their physical and mental health, school or work performance, finances, and or interpersonal relationships. At the Hockey Betting Podcast, we're concerned about the addiction that gambling may cause, and for this reason, we encourage everyone to practice responsible gambling, an approach to gambling that helps you ensure that it remains an enjoyable activity. Here are the main principles of responsible gambling. Don't think of gambling as a way to make money. Always gamble with money that you can afford to lose. Set limits and stick to them. Never chase losses. Don't gamble when you're depressed or upset, and create a healthy balance. Always be aware of how much time you spend gambling or thinking about gambling. And do not allow gambling to cause you to miss out on time with family and friends or time spent on other activities you enjoy. By following these guidelines, gambling can be a good time and great entertainment. If you feel at any time that your gambling is taking away from important areas of your life, is causing you stress or depression, or is leading to financial losses that are beyond your control, please reach out for help. Learn more at responsiblegambling.org.